confidence boost for Jerry.
What do you think of this matchup there, J-Dog?
I feel like this matchup can actually be really annoying for Zero Suit because it's the short character problem, you know?
Yep.
That's what you get for having good posture. Got to slouch. It's cool to slouch. You get, like, better hitboxes.
So, yeah, Dingus is going to be able to duck under everything that Pink Fresh can try, and even the paralyzers aren't as effective because Dingus Joe can actually mash and then hold down and duck out of paralyzer. I've seen him do that a couple times now. Whenever he does that, like, you can just feel the frustration building in Pink. It's like, really?
Yeah, because that's one of those things where your character's fundamental gameplay kind of falls apart, or not really completely falls apart, but like has to be reworked in a very specific matchup. Yeah, and that should be it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't get hit with that move. It's a good move.
That move's nice.
Yep. If you don't have like the best match in the game, just never allow yourself to get buried by that move. Every time I see a Zero Suit have the opportunity to throw it out, I stop trying to challenge it. Just back away.
It's never worth it.
No, you will never get a good hard punish on that move.
Yeah.
Get out of jail free card for this character for sure. You're already seeing a couple times like these neutral airs whiffing because Dingus's odd animation on things like neutral air. Like it's gonna be so frustrating for Pink. It's like you were saying, you have to kind of like work up a new plan on the fly, and Zero just doesn't have a ton more tools to use because you lose access to so much. Like Zair is oftentimes not an option, neutral air is often not an option, and then if you try to down smash sometimes, the man can just like jump into you with bucket, which we just saw. And I think that was 2 levels of bucket filled already from one move.
Yeah, I think that was a sweet spot and sour spot. Oh,
just
what a call out from the tip of
I'm mad
the
he
toe.
didn't kill with that. Okay,
but he still
there
got the kill anyway. If you don't succeed, just kick him again.
Just give him the kicks.
Yep.
Back air, is that going to do it? Wow, a call out on Dingus' side right there, recognizing that Pink Fresh is very, very content to just double jump out of disadvantage off stage, trying to use the character's mobility, but Dingus is going to disjoint for you.
Yeah, but now you're behind. Your character's so light, but you can't afford to lose too many neutral exchanges after this, because if you get him to like maybe, or if Dingus gets to like maybe 70, 80 here, the game's essentially done if he doesn't take one of Pink's stocks before then.
I agree. It seems like one of the bigger problems with Game & Watch is that he doesn't have a lot that he can throw out that's safe on hit at 0. You basically have to rely on things like neutral air and turtle. And both of those, if you're going to jump against Zero Suit or early percents, you know kicks are coming your way.
Yeah, that's an interesting point that I never really considered, Scabs, because now like you're losing because your opponent just lost a stock because you can't really do too much to them. That's so fascinating. But Pink Fresh saying, hey, as long as I remain at this low percent, I'll just compound my victories and keep on winning. Game 1 on the board.
Yeah, I never really felt like Dingus Joe had his firm footing that last stock. It seemed like Pink Fresh had a commanding lead, and then he just forced Dingus Joe to edge, and then never allowed him to hit him again.
Yep.
Dingus got a couple like hits here and there, but never ever got that momentum that Game & Watch really needs. If you're going to actually just box Game & Watch to the edge and oppress him for a solid 60 seconds, I really do feel like he struggles a ton getting back. Because what hitbox does he have that actually can outbox Zero Suit from that position? Yeah,
all of Game & Watch's, I guess, dangerous options involve space. Involving space for him to like weave in and out, or space for him to either like get that dash attack or bait something into an up smash, or like basically you have to fall into it. If you're playing on your terms, you don't really fall into stuff.
His only real poke tool, like his safe poke, is back air. So if you're going to go ahead and rely on back air or up being out of shield and putting yourself in a disadvantaged spot against a character like Zero Suit that can cover below you so easily, like you're going to have a bad time.
Absolutely.
It just forces him into an even more one-dimensional playstyle. No pun intended. Or maybe pun intended, I don't know.
We take those, man. But right now, Dingus Show's classic counterpick in FD means that he wants to really capitalize on his own character's ability to keep those juggles going and not having any platforms interrupted. But the problem with that, against Zero Suit specifically, is that because her fall speed is so fast, and unlike Fox in other species, she has some big disjoints and more aerial mobility with the down B and like Nair and stuff like that, it becomes a bit harder to juggle her easily.
How do you actually challenge down B? That's the other issue.
Punch the lag.
We just saw Pink Fresh. Oh, you're dead.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I can see what Pink Fresh is doing. I think he had to up B and try to get it refreshed by the bacon. It didn't quite work out. But no harm, no foul, as he responds immediately, taking Dingus' stock and not giving that man any extra credit.
Yeah, and now Dingus Joe already at 32. If that Nair connected could have been way worse, but now Dingus has a chance to even up the game, and he does just that, firing right back, but he air dodges in. You're giving Pink Fresh a lot of mileage, a lot of real estate, but Pink Fresh, okay, that was an option, and it killed.
Wow.
What a sequence from Pink Fresh. I thought he flubbed when he dropped that low, but apparently it was all intended.
I am so surprised that killed. That was like 70% when he hit the down air, or down B rather.
I think Dingus held in too much on that, because,
I didn't see the sparks be red.
yeah, he shouldn't have died off the top unless he was holding full on in out of fear of dying off the side.
So now Dingus Joe all of a sudden is in a rough spot. And how does he land? A couple up airs are actually making this a difficult task from forward tilt. Actually catches the roll.
Yeah, he's... And now when your opponent gets away with stuff like that, and when you fail to punish a free landing like that, mentally it's so hard to come back, especially when you're already down a game.
And then you see immediately Dingus just trying to walk forward. Pink Fresh had that grab ready. I feel that Pink Fresh is kind of in this man's head. Look at that again. Dingus Joe got the parry on down B and couldn't make anything out of it. And then it just Pink Fresh, I feel like Dingus was like deflated by that. You saw him slump a little bit, and that was the game.
Yeah, at the end you even saw him like chuckle, shrug his shoulders, like, yeah, I got hit by everything.